To the Deep South now, where thousands of volunteers are pouring into Louisiana to help flood victims piece back their lives. At least 11 people have died. 30,000 people have been rescued since Friday, 40,000 homes damaged.
Parts of the region have started to dry out, but more flooding is threatening southern towns as water rushes downstream. Many people say they have never experienced anything this devastating before.
People here work hard for what they got, and to see them lose it because of this, it's hard. Saving people from Baton Rouge Sunday that moved here because they lived through Katrina, from Chalmette, thinking they was away from all of this, losing everything again. It's heartbreaking.
Omar Villafranca is in Sorrento, south of Baton Rouge. Omar, you look like you're standing in the middle of a lake. I know you're standing in the middle of a street. So what is the latest there?
The water here in Sorrento is slowly starting to recede. There's some railroad tracks that go through the town. So one side is draining, the other side is kind of going up. So we're trying to see what's going to happen here once the daylight comes out, because we do notice that the water is starting to slowly move. That's a good sign. The bad news is there's more rain in the forecast.
So what's the response, Omar, as today people are returning to what's left of their homes and their neighborhoods? And I guess that for a lot of Americans, I mean, generally when something like this happens, you get days and days of warnings, like in the case of Katrina. And here, this sort of all just crept up on people.
You're absolutely right. And you mentioned Katrina. That's a named storm. This wasn't. This was just supposed to be a rain event. And all of a sudden, it turns into a 48-hour rain event that drops about 30 inches of water. So people weren't really ready to evacuate because it wasn't a hurricane coming. It was just some rain. As far as the people coming back to their homes, there are some people who still cannot get to their homes because it's still too dangerous. The people that are going back, they're finding it, of course, ruined. Anything that the water touched, typically people just throw away. And just want to give you a heads up here. There's a term that people use down here. They call it the Cajun Navy. These are people who are volunteers with their own boats, airboats, fishing boats. We have literally seen a navy of these people parked on the side of the road, ready to go, ready to help their fellow neighbor navigate some of these roads, going looking for people. You might have heard that. That's an airboat you heard. I want to see if we can show it to you. Right over here. This guy's going to go not on a road. There we go. He's firing up over there. That is part of the Cajun Navy. Volunteers who are going to go try to look for people who may still be looking for some help and rescue them, bring them to drier land. Later on today, some officials are going to go on a search mission. They're literally going to go door to door to businesses, homes, and cars and look in. They're worried that the death toll is going to go up. And similar to what we saw in Katrina, they're talking about spray painting homes, saying it's clear, or we found one dead in here. That's the big fear. Since a lot of people didn't see this as a hurricane, they didn't evacuate. We'll have to see later today if the death toll goes up.
It sounds like the Cajun Navy is going to be pretty busy because, as I understand it, Mother Nature is not cooperating and there's more rain in the forecast.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And even just a little quarter-inch of rain, which other parts of the country would gladly take to cool things down, a quarter-inch of rain here would be an absolute nightmare. Where I'm standing would probably go up several feet. Everything is so waterlogged. Not only the rivers and the canals, but some of the bayous here are also just filled up. Everything is draining slow, and more rain, more problems.
Omar Villafranca, thank you.